And I need you to let's see here.
Oh Lord.
Okay. Heads are not cut off, right?
Nope.
Okay. All right, stand right there. Don't move. Hey guys, it's BigDaddyHoffman1911 coming to you today. I've got my buddy here, TJ.
Yep.
From Keys to the Army channel. This young man knows more about firearms than I ever thought about. Only thing I do is get out here and shoot them. But this is what TJ does for a living. And guys, he has a really good channel on YouTube, and we need to support him, but this young man can tell us a lot of things here. So what we're going to do is stumble and like I just did.
And forget what we were going to say.
And forget what we're going to say.
Yep. We're going to talk about our first handgun.
That's what we were going to talk about. We're going to talk about our first handgun.
Yep.
Okay, so so we've laid some out here on the table, and I'm going to give you to TJ and let him show you and talk about and hopefully solve some of these problems. And I stumbled again.
Yep. And if not, you know, if you ever, if we don't cover something, let us know. Shoot us another message. This is why we're doing this. You know, if we get enough messages saying do something, we try to do it.
Now, why is it you can talk and I can't?
Because I'm a superstar.
Because you're a superstar.
Superstar.
I mean, you sell guns for a living, right?
Yep, that's what I do.
So you get all these people coming in there and asking all these questions.
Yep.
And you've got to guide them in the right direction.
Yep. And
I'm sure that's a very hard job.
It can be, but like I say, just looking for a little experience and a little guidance and somebody to push them in the right direction. And knowledge is power. Hopefully with this video we'll get you some information so you know some better questions to ask when you go to pick out your first gun. Even if I can't help you, but hopefully you know, give you something to think about.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, let's go. You ready to go look?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go to the table, guys.
Yep.
I'll get around here to the other side where you can show some of these things, okay?
Okay, let's take a look at what we got here. We're going to start on the low end, one of the new guns from Ruger. Very, very popular and beautiful, I might add. And one thing's always important, let's make sure they are unloaded. But got about a 6-inch barreled Ruger single 10, single action 10-shot 22 revolver. This is kind of like the cowboy guns of the day. And just a gorgeous little pistol, or revolver. One that I hope to add to my collection someday. But a super, super sweet shooting gun. But the big drawback, like we said, is it's called a single 10, single action. You have to cock the hammer every time you're going to fire it.
Right.
So maybe, you know, if you're looking for a target gun, something just fun to shoot, you'll never find a better one.
But you know what? That's not a bad thing either in today's economy. You know, it's very inexpensive to shoot, and it takes you a little longer to load it.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's the reason I love this little gun. Being single action, it takes you a little bit of time. You grab some CCI stuff or some Federal 22 ammunition, run out in the woods, and you shoot all day for 20 bucks.
No kidding.
And you know, you take it out there and have some good fun with some good friends.
And you got what kind of sights on that one?
These are, I believe they're manufactured by Trigler, but they're fiber optic high-vis sights. They really jump out at you. Right. Makes it real easy to shoot.
I've got a video on that, and it was actually the first time I shot it, and it was very, very accurate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Ruger, one of my favorite manufacturers, American-made gun. They build a beautiful firearm.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one.
Well, we're right here now. It's kind of the same thing. 22 caliber revolver. Man, look at that. What's that? 10 shot? Man, that's impressive there. Same thing as this, but this one, unlike that one, is also double action, which means when you pull the trigger, it will both cock the hammer and fire the gun. So for defensive shooting, something like that, this is a little more practical. Maybe you want to get into shooting a lot of double action revolver. This is the way to do it for 20 bucks all day.
Right. So let me ask you one thing. You know, a lot of people, they'll send me a message, or what's the difference between single and double action? Okay. Well, you just explained that, actually.
Well, kind of a little bit. Like I said, we'll go ahead and touch that again. Double action means when you pull the trigger, you're both cocking and firing the gun. Single action, which this gun will also do, means you've got the hammer cocked already, and when you pull the trigger, it only fires the gun. It's kind of the layman's way, the easy way to understand it. Is the way I say the redneck way, because that's what I speak in. But a great little gun here. A little shorter barrel than a Ruger gun, but still a very, very fun gun to shoot. Would be a great gun for a beginner.
Right.
The reason we start here with these 22s is because a lot of people, they automatically want to come in, they want to buy this, you know, high caliber gun they've seen in the movies their whole lives. Then they come in about 6 months later and they say, oh, I still hadn't shot it, I can't afford to shoot it. You know, that you've really done yourself no justice. You need to get something and get out there and shoot, and I promise you, if you get into shooting as a sport, every time you go to the range, something like this will be in your bag.
Right.
It's always worth its money.
And that's a capacity is what on the?
Already lost count.
10 shot, right?
Yep, 10 shot. Yep.
That's a single 10. What?
Well, yep, single 10 from Ruger. This is a 617-6, one of the more popular models on the market right now.
And this is Smith & Wesson.
Smith & Wesson makes this gun. Very, very popular gun in the store.
Okay, well, there's two of them. All right, let's go to the next one.
Let's get away from revolvers for a second.
All right.
This one's very unique looking. As you can see, is a 6-hour Mosquito. Once again, 22 caliber pistol. A 10-shot magazine comes out of it. Very, very mean looking with this like desert digital camo. Does have a throw barrel. If you watch Big Daddy's channel, you know that that's a perk. We like that kind of stuff around here. It's outfitted with a Surefire tactical light, so you know it could be a great gun for target shooting. Go out, shoot a lot, like I said, 10-round magazine. So it gets you the same capacity of these, but it's a little faster to shoot if you want to train for like a semi-automatic gun or something.
Right.
And once again, great gun to have. This also is a transitional trigger gun, which means with the first trigger pull, it's designed to be carried double action, like we were talking about with this other revolver here. Double action, where it has that long trigger pull, fires the gun. Then after it cycles, it goes to single action, so you have a much shorter and crisper trigger pull. And forgot about the magazine disconnect. Have much shorter and crisper trigger pull. Right. So that's a very, very good gun if you want to shoot something like maybe some of the P series SIGs, the 229 or 226. A great beginning gun because it has the exact same function.
And that is silencer ready as well.
Yeah, like I said, threaded barrel. Depending on suppressor, adapter, right on there. Makes it a lot of fun to shoot.
Have you found the Mosquito to be pretty reliable?
It has. If you read the manual, you'll notice that it does specify shoot CCI mini mags through the first. Well, actually, they suggest really in the life of the gun. But shoot a good hot load. You're probably not gonna be able to run down to Wally World and pick up their cheapest stuff and run. You're gonna want you to high velocity load and something that's of high quality. And then after you get it broke in, it's as reliable as any other gun. Right. From what I've seen.
Okay. Moving right along then.
Moving along. Diamondback DB9, my favorite pocket pistol on the market. I love this little gun. It's pocket size. It's this and one other gun's about the only two true pocket size 9mm that's really in production. Still carries a whopping 6+1, so great little pocket pistol. Also, with being a pocket pistol, like I said, DB9 chambered 9mm. Pretty snappy little gun to shoot. A lot of people don't understand that. They come in, they say, oh, that one's little and it's cute, I like it. Once again, they come in 6 months later, I shot it 5 times and it hurt my hand, and I put it in the safe and never touched it again.
So you're saying that this might not be the right pistol for the first time shooter?
For a beginner. Wonderful pistol. If you're desperately looking for something small for concealed carry purpose in your pocket or something, wonderful gun. One of the better ones on the market in my opinion. We've had no problems out of them at work. The only problems we have out of them is a shooter-induced failure, being that the person shooting the gun, their grip strength or skill level may not be to the point to make it run straight out of the box. But usually once you get them broke in, they're ready to go.
Well, I've heard a lot of people dogging the Diamondback, but I've talked to Diamondback, and they sent me some stuff. I have actually 3 of them. And this company has given good service to everybody I've talked to, but there's still some people out there that don't like them. But
yep, I've also been on the phone with them. A wonderful company. They always speak to you in a great way. Easy to deal with for me. They make it easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I love them.
All right. What's next, buddy?
Oh, we got another very popular pistol on the planet. Happens to be my favorite manufacturer.
No joke.
Oh man, Glock. You may have heard of them, but this is a they've been around for 25 years now in the U.S. a wonderful little, this happens to be the Model 17, the full size 9mm.
Did you get that out of my safe, or is that yours?
No comment.
Oh, okay, okay, all right.
25-year anniversary gun, beautiful gun. Really, really like it. With this gun, you get a few little features that you don't with the other one, but it's also a Generation 4 gun, which we'll probably go into in a different video, the difference. But this represents a full-size, 9mm mid-range caliber gun. So something that has, a little more stopping power than some of these other guns we've looked at, and also 17 rounds of capacity. It's very important. You get 17 rounds in this gun.
Very much.
If you're not looking for a gun to carry on your person every day, why go with something like this when you can have 17 rounds in your nightstand or whatever, and also being 9mm still fairly inexpensive to shoot and practice with.
That's what we use out here on the range mostly.
Yeah, yep, exactly. But wonderful gun. Own quite a few of these myself. I don't know where this one came from though.
Oh yeah, I bet you don't. Okay.
Cool. We'll slide over here back to revolver.
All right, who makes this one?
This happens to be a Colt. Beautiful, beautiful piece. This is a Python, of course, 357 Magnum. Good thing about 357 Magnum is you can actually shoot 3 different calibers out of this little gun.
Oh, okay.
Not very many people know that.
3 different.
Yep, 357 Magnum, 38 Special, and I believe also the 38 short, 38 Smith & Wesson.
Okay.
So that brings you a lot of flexibility, something you can build up into. From a very, very low recoil round up to a hot 357 Magnum that is definitely very potent for defensive use. A little trickier to shoot these guns once again than something like a semi-auto, but wonderful, wonderful gun. This is actually one of my favorite guns to shoot. I have no comment on where this one came from either. But
that is single and double action as well.
Double and single action. Once again, cock and fire, or cock it and only fire it. These guns are known for their beautiful action. Another good one to look at if you're looking for a medium large frame 357 would be a Smith & Wesson 686.
Okay.
They build a great gun also.
But again, there's one that you probably wouldn't suggest for the first time shooter, would you?
You could. It depends on how kind of a go-getter you are. If you really want to focus on it, this is once you learn to master this gun, every other gun out there will be easy to shoot, basically. Not because these are hard to shoot, but it takes, in double action shooting, it takes a lot of focus and develops your skill a little faster, in my opinion.
Okay.
But a wonderful, wonderful gun. If you're looking for something like this, a mid-frame 30 or 357 is not too bad on recoil.
Okay.
Uh-oh, we might recognize one of these already.
Uh-oh.
1911.
You got my favorite 1911.
Oh my goodness, how'd I know that? This particular one's from Dan Wesson. It's their Infidel model. Beautiful, beautiful gun. Very, very well fit. But for a beginner gun, might be a little more than you want to as far as price to shoot and also recoil and whatnot. If you've shot a little bit before, may not be a problem. But if it's the first time you've ever touched a gun, 1911 45, may not be the way to go. But we brought it out here because it's such a beautiful gun. You can't just leave it in the safe. It's not a safe queen. This one gets shot.
You're right there.
Yep. Built a wonderful gun. Very, very tight.
A little pricey.
A little pricey, but like anything in the gun world, anything worth having is worth paying for. There's definitely some good value buys out there, but if you get into something like a Wilson or Les Bear, Dan West, and some of the custom fitted 1911s, you are going to spend a little more money. Another option would be like here, a little Kimber pistol. This gun retails at $800. Retail on these is what, right at $2,000 or so?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can definitely get a good quality 1911. This is actually my gun. Love it. One of the best shooting guns I've ever shot in my life, to be honest.
I like that one.
For fairly inexpensive.
You put a lot of rounds through that one, haven't you?
I have. I've put. I'm probably on my way to 3,000 rounds now through this gun, and it still shoots great.
Good deal. All right. Moving along.
Moving along. We got a Walther P22. Wonderful little gun. Cool thing about this gun, being a small gun, is it's still small enough for if you were interested in concealed carry, it's still very carryable. But also if you want a 22 that has dual rolls, you got a 10 round magazines, and it's still fairly inexpensive to shoot. Once again, great little gun, produced by Walther, the P22.
Now, when you say dual rolls, what does that mean?
As far as something you can have at home to shoot, you know, something like maybe this this Mark III Hunter here. Very, very fun gun to shoot, but kind of impractical to carry.
Right.
This is one that you can still shoot fairly inexpensively and shoot fairly well. And if you wanted for a carry gun, you know, a lot of ladies carry these in their purses or whatever. Great little option.
So you sell a lot of those?
Yep. You know, look for something you can get the most for your money out of.
And that is a Walther
P22.
Okay.
Once
P22.
again, you know, since we put so much emphasis on the other ones, threaded barrel. So
okay.
if you're into class 3 item suppressors, adapter, suppressor right onto it, a lot of fun. This is actually one of the guns we put the most suppressors on. Very, very popular little gun.
Okay.
And we see another one here with suppressor attached.
I've shot that one, and I don't think I've made a video on it yet, but
we'll have one on the way.
Oh yeah. All right.
Another cutie, little cutie gun here. One of my favorite manufacturers, North American Arms. This is their mini revolver. This is a 22 long rifle gun. Actually, it's 22 Magnum. I didn't see it marked there. But beautiful little gun. See a nice set of grips. Very, very small. Very, very popular carry gun. You probably walk by more of these than you'll ever know in your life.
TJ, that one comes with 2 cylinders as well.
So, some of them do. I wasn't aware if this one did or not, but you know, a lot of them will come with a long rifle and a Magnum cylinder. So you can shoot, you know, Magnum, carry for a defensive load, and shoot long rifle, which is, you know, $2–3 a box if you want to put some rounds through it.
Right.
And don't let its small size fool you. And they're actually fairly inexpensive too, so that makes them a good bang for your buck. They're very durable, very well built guns.
As far as it being a good range gun, I personally don't like it.
Yeah, it's not one you're going to shoot a lot through probably.
Because it's so hard to load.
Yeah.
You have to take the...
yeah. They have several different systems, but you know, one is push on the button here, pull the center rod through, the cylinder will roll out. Okay. You know, but they make a couple different variants of that. It's one that probably, if you need to reload, you brought the wrong kind of gun. Kind of thing. It's, you know, but still a cool little gun if you're looking for something very small, probably more for carry purpose. Right. And then this is another one of my favorites, the 351 PD 22 Magnum from Smith & Wesson. Very small J-frame size gun. Very, very lightweight. Hit their website, they'll tell you the exact weight of it. I don't know the exact ounce count, but probably one of the lighter guns I've ever held in my life. 22 Magnum, a lot of people carry these, and it's also fun to shoot. Not a whole lot of recoil, but a very potent little round. Awesome little gun.
I found out to be very accurate too.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, very, very accurate. Once again, double and single action revolver. Okay. So a little flexibility. And then the Glock Model 26, very, very, very popular little gun here. Cool thing about it, you know, we've already talked about our Glock 17 down here. You know, more geared for a carry size. If you're looking for like a house gun or, you know, something like that, you may want to look into the Model 19 or Model 17. But the Model 26 is a wonderful little gun. Beautiful OD grille frame here. I love those. You know, great shooter too. You know, a lot of people have asked me, you know, what about accuracy? Does the short barrel affect accuracy? To me, not so much. But if it was my first gun, gonna be for home, I probably lean towards the larger guns. Okay.
What is the difference between a Glock 26 and a Glock 30 that I like so much?
Glock 30 that you like so much? Hold on now. Yeah. Hold on now. Yeah, I've been carrying a Glock 30 for quite a while myself. Biggest difference is 9x19 9mm Luger on the Glock Model 26, Glock Model 30, 45 ACP. Yeah. In the factory magazine that comes with this gun, you'll see this is an extended magazine. But in the factory magazine carries 10 rounds. The 30 is slightly bigger, carries 10 rounds of 45.
And that's a subcompact, right?
Subcompact. This is on the verge. They promote their Glock Model 36 as being their smallest gun made, but this one is very, very small with a double stack mag. Very
good information there.
Yep.
What's next?
And we'll slide over here to an M&P. We'll skip over this Kimber. We talked about it already. And this M&P 45. This is a very, very popular gun out in the country right now. A lot of law enforcement have switched over to these. Glock still holds the majority of the market, but these have really made a big, strong push towards recovering some of that. American made, Smith & Wesson, once again, wonderful gun. Very, very reliable platform. Very familiar with these guns and the Glock pistols, and you know, I have both. I love either one of them. If I was going to the range, I usually take both of them. If I was stuck in a defensive situation, I wouldn't feel bad if I had either one of them. Wonderful guns. This happens to be a 45 caliber model. Their magazine capacity is 10. So, you know, full-size gun, maybe a good one. A good hint whenever you're trying to buy your first gun, shoot some. You know, if you have the opportunity, try to shoot as many guns as you can.
Right. And what else?
This is a beautiful Mark III Hunter. Wonderful gun. One of them, just like their little single 10 over here. They build beautiful firearms, stainless steel, but it's a rosewood grip. This one has a razzle dazzle optic on it for some kind of, you know, long range speed shooting. I think Big Daddy's used this one for something like that. I'm not sure. But a 10 round magazine. This would be a great first gun because it gives you a good beefy weighty gun, you know, good well made, and gives you good capacity of a cheap round to shoot. If you bought one of these, like I said, it would go with you to the range for the rest of your life.
Good deal.
Great gun.
All right. Anything else?
I think we've covered what we have out here. Be sure that whenever you first get home, you break the gun open, check it out. Oh, this is cool. Set it down, pick the manual up, read over the manual. The manual will answer a lot of good questions for you as far as break-in period. Some guns, you know, like these little guys, they suggest 100 to 200 rounds in their break-in period. If you go over here to Kimber, they suggest 500 to 600, 700 rounds for their break-in.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So before, you know, you get home, you fire, you know, 20 rounds out of it. Oh, it's jamming, it's having a problem. You know, don't rush back to the gunsmith. Bear with it, keep shooting it. You know, even if you call a factory, the first question they're going to ask you is how many rounds have you put through it.
Gotcha.
Got to break all of them in.
All right. Okay, TJ, I appreciate you doing that, man.
Yeah.
You've done a real good job telling about it.
Yep. Sadly, I get paid for quite a few hours a day to do that same stuff.
Yep.
We're here.
You're not getting paid today.
Oh.
All right, guys. You know, I told you that TJ knew a whole lot more about firearms than I'll ever know, because this is what he does for a living. I just come out here and shoot him. But I'm telling you, this young man can help us all a whole lot. What we're going to do now is we're going to shoot these bad boys, and I'm going to split this video in two parts. I'm going to keep this part right here where you just seen him on the table telling about it, and TJ is going to post this on your site, right?
Yep, I'm going to do the shooting part, try to give you some good information as far as how they shoot.
Okay, and that'll give him some exposure and help him, and I really appreciate you supporting this young man.
Please.
And again, I know he can help us a lot in the future. If I have a problem with a firearm, he is one of the first people I do call.
One of. Whoa.
So, you know, and he's always been there to help me, so I really do appreciate that. And I'm going to post his link, as you might see going across the screen right now, is Keys to the Armory. And I'm also going to post his link underneath this video. Again, please check him out and like it and subscribe. I really appreciate that.
Thank you for stopping by.
Anything else, TJ, before we close this long video out here?
Yeah, it turned out pretty long, but I think it's time for a little bit of a, you know, a nice sunny afternoon, a little bit of gunpowder.
Let's crank these bad boys up. What do they say? Fire these smoke wagons up. How's that?
That might have been before my time, but I'll take your word for it.
Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. And remember this: Big Daddy loves you.
Hoorah!
Hoorah! That's what I'm talking about.
Don't forget the sweet cherry pie.
Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Love you guys.